Yo, 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 what's up? We're back.
Yo,
We
what's
are
up,
back,
yo? It is the
my
Clark
brother.
Brothers. We back with another reaction. Heaven, West. We back doing this, man. Another Ren reaction, man. Shout out to all the renegades. Just let you know, I'm the masked man today. Having a little oral surgery, but we here and we are doing a Ren reaction. What do we got coming up for him today, director?
Oh, we are going to watch and react to Genesis by Ren.
All
I don't know
right.
anything about this like we always do. We go into it with nothing. I don't know anything except I know Ren is nice. That's all I really
I know Ren is nice, and that's all I know
know. I
about
know
the
he's nice.
reaction. So let's see,
Yeah.
man. Genesis. It was a big reaction. People were putting down in the comments. React to Genesis. So we gonna do what y'all say. Wherever you lead us, that's where we're gonna go. So let's do it. Then Renaissance. Ren Genesis.
All right.
When I'm by myself, I find my mind starts drifting somewhere else. It's not inside this dimension, it's definitely somewhere else. I wrestle with my thoughts, constant wrestle with my mental health. I'm put on life support, I've been put upon a higher shelf. My whole life I've been fighting. This cake, it don't have icing. These mantras I'm reciting, they're meant to keep me sane. I don't know if they're working, cerebral cortex hurting. Maybe it's all learning. Maybe it's cause life is a lottery, once an anomaly. Sometimes it's riches and sometimes it's poverty. Sometimes your nerves have been fried by neuropathy, begging the surgeon to have a lobotomy. Honestly, I'ma speak honestly, life is ironically fucking me chronically. I have been ill in myself and it bothers me. License for killing myself, call me Connery. I'ma be straight with you now, I'ma go straight for the heart. People dilate in the dark, people.
Well, that was a quick one I caught. Sometimes I gotta go back. Uh that was a quick one with License to Kill, Call Me Connery. License to Kill is a James Bond flick.
Right,
Sean
starring
Connery.
Sean Connery.
Sean Connery is James Bond. So I mean, I'm sure Connery is big over in Europe and stuff like that. I mean, he's big over.
Right.
He was big over here. So
Mm.
License to Kill, Sean
Like the
Connery. I
hero,
thought that was
Tommy
cool.
Connery. For all
I
you
thought that was
youngins out there.
Yeah, I know. I'm sure even if you're young, if you're from England or Britain or anything like that, you know James Bond. James Bond is England. That's England's superhero.
Right.
So
Right.
most definitely,
Double O
I thought that
Seven.
was cool. Huh?
007, James Bond.
007, James Bond. Yep, played by Sean Connery. In this case, he was the original one.
Mm-hmm.
And it was played by, I want to say just off the top of my dome, 7 different actors, I think, but
Mm.
I might be wrong on that number. But yeah,
We'll, we'll
most
we'll look
recently,
it up and
we'll look it up.
confirm that.
Yeah, most recently Daniel Craig. All right, cool. Let's go. I brought it back a little bit.
Chronically fucking me chronically. I have been ill in myself and it bothers me. License for killing myself, call me Connery. I'ma be straight with you now, I'ma go straight for the heart. People dilate in the dark, people dilate in the dark. Never was late for the art, never was late for the art. Genesis rain and it rain with a star. Genesis pain in the art, Genesis aim for the heart. Genesis. When I'm by myself, I find my mind starts drifting somewhere else. It's not inside this realm of thought, it's definitely somewhere else. Wage war upon my demons, I've been knocking on the gates of hell. A heretic, a heathen, I've been screaming in this padded cell. It's pain making my pain waking, it's painstakingly cold. My soul aching, my bones breaking when holding on to control. Wrap yellow tape round the body shape, put the body in the bag, zip close. It's malignant, it's mutating, it's such a sight to behold. Let me be real for a second. Tongue is a gun, it's a weapon. Reload, blah blah, that beast mode, Armageddon. Get 'em, let me take the wheel for a second. Hit a hoop, lash Shaquille O'Neal with aggression. Regroup with a 3-point steal in succession. Switch swoop, and I'm making them feel the profession. Making them feel the profession, making them feel the profession. Time is the author, the lesson. Time is a murderous weapon. Time is a curse and a blessing. Time is confined in the eye of my mind. It reminds me that life is just slipping right by. Take my piece of the pie and I'm feeding on wine. That I'm freedom in rhyme to defy my depression. I'ma be straight with you now. I'ma go straight for the heart. Pupils dilate in the dark. People dilate in the dark. Never was late for the art. Never was late for the art. Genesis rain in the rain with the start. Genesis pain in the art. Genesis aim for the heart. Genesis. Genesis.
Wow. Man, oh man, this dude,
First of all,
man, whew, man,
yeah.
I like that. I like that joint.
I mean, first of all,
So
the beat was fire. His beats is
yeah,
dope, man. I don't know who
yeah.
does his beats, but
A lot of the Renegade said he produces his own beats. So if he's out there producing his beats or most of his beats or whatever the case may be, man, I'm telling you, man, this dude,
I ain't
this dude
surprised
is
no
a
more. At this
unicorn.
point, yeah, at this point, I'm not surprised that he does his own beats. I'm actually relieved that he does own because it sounds like he produces his own music anyway. He plays instruments. I mean, why wouldn't he do his own beats?
Right. So
Beat was fire.
we want to go back a little, to a couple of verses, but basically, as I'm looking at, as I'm listening, I'm trying to put together in my head, how I'm going to break down the lyrics or whatever, right? So just from first here, it explores once again, like he likes to do, um, themes of mental health struggles, right?
Hmm.
It's reflection, the pain, right, and the search through the meaning of raw and poetic imagery, as usual, right? So he tries to, reflect his pain through his art, which is what Ren, is a master at doing. So when he first came on and he said, when I'm by myself, I find my mind starts drifting somewhere else. It's not inside this dimension, it's definitely somewhere else. Right.
Mm.
So that's pretty
Yep.
much um a vivid description of where his mind feels detached from reality. Right.
Yep.
Where it says drifting somewhere else, drifting like to an undefined,
Hmm.
almost uh, otherworldly space, in his mind or what have you, right? So that pretty much sets the tone, like for the song's exploration of, once again, mental health struggles, right?
Yep.
So wrestle with my thoughts. That's like, again, anxiety,
Yep.
depression,
Yep.
intrusive thoughts. It's just like an ongoing battle. This is like all of his songs are like a continuation. It's like an ongoing battle with anxiety, depression, intrusive thoughts. Like from the intro, that's what I got from the intro. If I'm wrong, you guys can tell us if we're wrong or
Now
if we did.
that sounds about right to me. I mean, I'm no Ren expert, but I do know what lyrics. I know
But we
lyrics,
getting
so
there.
yeah, yeah,
We
yeah. But
trying to get there.
regardless, is Ren is a masterful wordsmith. So he's never gonna write anything simple. But sometimes he does write to the point. Like when he says, "I wrestle with my thoughts, constant wrestle with my mental health." That's kind of to the point,
Right.
right there. You know, I'm put on life support. I've been put upon the highest shelf. So, I mean, like I said, that's not no real sometimes he writes very clever and sometimes he
Mhm.
just straight to the point, especially when it comes to the mental health stuff. He's
Yeah,
straight to
he
the
he want
point.
he doesn't want he wants to make sure. One thing I noticed about him when he's talking about his mental health, when he's talking about his struggles, he wants you to know exactly what he's saying. He's not gonna make it too tricky. He's not gonna be doing too many entendres and too many
Yeah.
subliminals. He's just gonna go straight to the point. He may use different words, to describe, what he's going through, but for the most part, you're gonna know what he's talking about, right? He started off
Hmm.
the verse, my whole life I've been fighting. this
Yeah.
cake, it don't have icing, right? So he's not this cake, it don't have icing. He's giving it to you plain. He's not trying to decorate it. He's not trying to um sugarcoat it, right? It says, these mantras I'm reciting, they're meant to keep me sane. I don't
Mm-hmm.
know if they're working. Cerebral cortex hurting. Maybe it's all learning. Maybe it's cause, right? So again, what from what I'm getting from that verse is this cake it don't have icing. Like this ain't no party. This
Right.
is not right. This is nothing. There's nothing sweet. This is hard, right? So um that's it's kind of like resilience. He's kind of like his thoughts kind of like resilience, but then again, it's kind of like doubt. As you know, again, you know, it's no
Yeah.
party, right? So he says, life is a lottery, right? What an anomaly.
Yep.
So basically, what he's saying is, life is a lottery. You can get lucky, you can be
Mm-hmm.
unlucky. You know what I mean?
Yep.
It's
What an anomaly. And that's
right,
what like
an
that.
anomaly.
That's almost like another way of saying life. What a concept, right? It's the same thing. It's
Right.
an
Hmm.
anomaly. Life is an anomaly when you think about it. It's you know
Yeah, I get
it's
choked
like
up just
it's
hearing
like
that.
millions and billions of to one chances that you're even born, right? So
Mhm.
like life is an anomaly because trying to figure out how much has to go right for you to even be born
He's born. Yeah.
is insane. You know what I'm saying? So it is an anomaly, but I like how he says that. That's
Sometimes it's riches and sometimes it's poverty. Like some of us are
mhm.
rich, some of
Yep,
us are poor. Sometimes your
yep.
nerves have been fried by neuropathy,
Neuropathy. Yep.
neuropathy, begging the surgeon to have a lobotomy.
Mm,
Honestly, I'm speaking honestly, life is ironically effing me chronically, right? And that means
mm.
in order. Effing me chronically means is
Yeah,
in
like
order, it's happening,
chronologically. Yeah,
right? Effing me chronically, like every year, he feels as though he's getting effed over, right? I
yeah,
have been ill in myself and it bothers me. License for killing myself, call me Connery. That's where he said, license for
yeah,
killing myself, call me Connery.
yeah,
Um, and that's just basically, man, those bars were heavy. That was basically an outburst about life's unpredictability and cruelty. Remember, he has this Lyme disease. What's even the odds?
yeah,
You know what I'm saying? What's the? I mean, the odds for Lyme disease is pretty. It's pretty hard
yeah,
to. So, and he's like, wow, of course, out of all the people to get it, I got it, right?
yeah,
So, um,
yeah.
and again, the whole license for killing myself, call me Connery. That's just like a dark,
That's
clever reference
wordplay.
to James
That's
Bond, right?
wordplay.
Right.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Suggesting like
That's
he feels it's kind of like he feels like he can give himself permission to self destruct, right? So, but again, adding humor to it,
yeah.
and so then he says, oh,
That's
the
the chorus.
chorus. The chorus goes, "Oh, I'm gonna be straight with you now. I'm gonna go straight for the heart. Pupils dilate in the dark. People
That's right.
dilate in the dark." That's a nice
Dilate.
flip,
That's a nice wordplay. Nice
right?
wordplay there.
People
Dilate
dilate in the
and
dark, and people
dilate.
dilate in the dark, right? And
Cool.
Noah was late for the ark. Noah was late for the ark. Genesis, and remember that's a play off of Genesis, which is the first
The name,
uh
right?
the
The name
first
of the
book in the Bible,
as the
and that
name
means the
of the
beginning,
title of the
right?
song.
And you find out about Noah in Genesis, right?
Yeah. In
Genesis
Genesis, yeah.
rain and it rained when it starts. Genesis pain in the art. Genesis aim for the heart, right? So
Mm,
again, that's a whole play off of Noah being in the beginning, right?
yeah.
Um,
And it
because I
almost
believe
seems
I
like
believe
this.
the
I
first.
might be taking a swing here, but like Noah being late for the ark almost
Hmm.
seems so for you biblical people that know, the Bible, obviously the ark was something that Noah built, which the ark represents preservation, uh refuge, right?
Hmm.
These are
Hmm.
things that the ark represents, because he saved all of had to take all of the different animals and stuff like that because the planet was flooded, right?
Right.
So the ark represents preservation, right? Preservation, preservation, is that what it's called?
Preservation. Yeah. Yeah.
And of course refuge. Him saying Noah was late for the ark, I don't know, is that him kind of like, and I might be taking a swing on this one, but is that him kind of like, because he's always removing himself from refuge, and is he, what I'm saying, like, is
Right.
he saying that he is beyond saving, what I'm saying, like that type of deal, um
Um.
which, I'm taking a swing at it, but it just, Noah was late for the ark. Hmm. That's interesting.
I would say, yeah. It may sound as though he's saying he's too late, um,
Hmm.
to be saved, but you could also interpret it as hopeful. You know,
Hmm.
he could be implying like despite delays, like
Yeah.
no, because Noah was late too. Like Noah
Yeah.
and him still succeeded. So
Yeah.
despite him being late, he was
Yeah.
late, but he still succeeded, and
Right.
I'm late,
Right. He just
but
got
I'm
yeah,
still
just got
succeeding.
finished right
Be
before
that
the
too,
planet was flooded.
right?
Yeah.
It could be that too.
Could be
Suggesting
that. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
that even though he's late for salvation, he's still
Mhm.
able to do it, right?
Yeah.
Um, the and of course the repetition of the Genesis kind of, it's kind of like a mantra, right? Like reinforcing the theme of
Yeah.
starting anew despite pain. Just got to
Right.
keep reminding himself, Genesis.
Yeah.
It's kind of like a mantra that the way I say. Then the second verse, he said, "When I be by myself, I find my mind starts drifting somewhere else. It's not
Hmm.
inside this realm of thought. It's definitely somewhere else.
Notes.
Wage war upon my demons. I've been knocking down the gates of hell. A
Hmm.
heretic, a heathen. I've been screaming in this padded cell." So from what I see,
Better.
it seems like he's like, you know what? He feels as though some of the stuff that he does is kind of like heathenish,
Yeah.
right? So it's like, let me see how I can put this.
And the padded cell line, to me, I don't think he's ever really been in a padded cell. I think that's a metaphor of maybe, he's been bedridden. You know what I mean?
Yeah, yeah.
So screaming in this padded cell, when you bedridden, it's kind of like a padded cell because you're in your bed, which is padded, and you're kind of locked
Mhm.
in there. You're stuck in there because you're bedridden. So I think
Right.
that's a metaphor for him being bedridden, at times when
Yeah,
you know when
war
his
war
yeah,
upon my demons. Like I said, that's like a battle again. His demons. He's battling his demons. He's battling his health issues. He's battling his mental health issues. Like knocking down
yeah,
the gates of hell. That's like again fighting against despair. Um,
yeah.
fighting against disparity. Padded cell.
That's what
Yeah,
that's what I'm going with.
that sounds about right.
Yeah, because
Being
he's
trapped
he
being trapped in one's mind, maybe,
at
but
the
like
at
gates
the
of hell.
height of his illness, he's been bedridden.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? I think padded cell, quote unquote, is like another way of him saying he's stuck in this, whether it's a hospital bed or a hospital room,
Hmm.
because I've read he's been, when he get those treatments, he's been in, bedridden for days.
Right.
So that's
Definitely.
why I think the padded cell, and of course, it's another metaphor because you get crazy. You get stir crazy whenever you're in the hospital. If anyone's ever been in the hospital and
Mm-hmm.
you sitting in that bed all day, every day, like Goody got it, all day, every day, um, you you start to go crazy, man. It's you get stir crazy.
Definitely.
So I think that's all metaphoric right there. Padded cell, because I don't think Ren has ever been in one. So
Right, and that's kind of, again, that's another word for, again, confinement,
yeah.
um, mentally unstable.
Hmm.
So I think I do believe, I agree with you there. I think that's just a metaphor for like
Hmm.
confinement or mental instability, right?
Yeah.
Um, then he says, "Is pain making my pain waking? It's pain making my pain waking. It's
Mm,
painstakingly cold, my soul aching, my bones breaking when
mm,
holding on to control. Wrap yellow tape around the body shape, put the body in the bag, zip closed. It's malignant, it's mutilating. No, it's mutating, I think you said. It's such a sight to behold. Um,
right. It's malignant. It's mutating. It's such a
this
sight
this
to
is,
behold.
is probably the darkest part of the song.
Yeah, definitely.
This is definitely the darkest part of the song. It's just depicting, it's trying to give you an idea of his physical and emotional pain. Pain
Yeah.
making my pain waking. My body's aching, making my other parts of my body ache. So it
Hmm.
says, where the pain is making my pain waking, that's like awaken the other parts of his body
Hmm.
that's in pain. I mean,
Yeah.
it's like a trigger. It's like one part of pain is triggering another part in pain,
Yep.
right? That also, yeah, that's what I got from that. It's just
Yeah.
a constant presence in his life, pain, the soul's aching, bones breaking. Like this is, I can't even start to begin to, think about what he goes through. And the I started really thinking about that when I saw people like, when I heard about what Prodigy, God rest in peace, what Prodigy from Mobb Deep used to go through, and before we even knew he had sickle cell, and they said sometimes he would be backstage in tears,
Hmm.
before it was time to perform. Then he'd go and perform, and you couldn't even tell. And also shout out to T-Boss from TLC. Another
Yep.
thing, they were saying that in between performances, sometimes she's in the hospital getting IV, getting stuff like that. Tony Braxton as well, who suffered from
Tony
lupus.
Braxton. Lupus. Yeah.
Um, she suffered a lot, in between performances and stuff like that. So, these people, you never know what people are going through, and he's just trying to, explain to people that you probably wouldn't believe if you knew the type of pain and struggles that I go through, not only physically but mentally. You
Yeah.
probably wouldn't believe it,
Yep.
So that's why he's trying to, come across the words. He also says, um, "Let me be real for a second. Tongue is a gun. It's a weapon. Reload, Black Beat, Denim, Beast Mode, Armageddon." So now he's getting to the bars.
Now you're
Right?
getting to them bars. Exactly.
Letting them know
The tongue
that
is
this
deadly.
tongue is a weapon. My tongue is deadly. Let me take the wheel for a second. Hit a hoop like Shaquille O'Neal with aggression. Shaquille O'Neal is Shaq, for all y'all that don't know.
Of course. Shaq.
Regroup with a 3-point steal in succession. Swish, swoop, and I'm making them feel the profession. So now he's saying, listen,
Yeah.
but this is what when I'm feeling
He
like this is
flexing a
what
little
I
bit
can
now.
do.
Yeah.
Right. This
Yeah.
is what
Yeah.
I can do. And y'all, I'm
I could
still a problem. Despite everything, I'm still a problem with these
on the mic.
bars.
Yep. That's right.
Right.
And
So
despite everything he just gave you, that darkness that basically said that line before basically said he's in so much pain he feels like he's gonna die. That's basically what it says.
yeah.
Because it's saying rap, that part where it says wrap yellow tape around the body shape, put the body in the bag, zip close.
Right.
That was right behind what he said about the pain and
Mm-hmm.
the aching and bones and all that other stuff. I took that as the pain is so bad, it's almost like he feels like he's gonna die. You know what I mean?
Right.
So, and he
And
said that
then
before in other songs.
what I also took from that, West, is whenever it's like he responds back, right? With the best way for him to get over his pain and to, it's through his art. So I kind of like that. Also, I take that as when the pain gets too much, this is the way I'm gonna battle my demon. Like since the pain
Hmm.
is his demons, right?
Hmm.
And the way to battle his demons, beast mode, Armageddon, right? Evokes that's kind of like apoplectic energy. He's unleashing his strength to battle the demons, pretty
Yeah.
much. And then he
Yeah.
shifts to, of course, to the sports metaphors of Shaquille O'Neal, fucking, the three
Yeah.
point steal. He's doing it all basically, right?
Hmm.
Um, yeah, I like that how he went from dark right
Yeah.
away up to the bars. And then on the last verse, he said, "Time is the author, the lesson. Time is a murderous weapon. Time is a curse and a blessing. Time is confined in the eye of my mind that reminds me that life is just slipping right by. Take my piece
Mm.
of the pie and then feed and unwind. Find freedom in rhymes to defy my depression." So again,
Yeah. Yeah.
he always
Find
feels as though
freedom in
that
rhymes.
is his release, right?
Yeah.
That's his release. It's just a reflective moment at the end of the song where he's grappled, of course, with the concept of time, a recurring theme in his work.
Yeah.
It's basically the concept of time. Time as a personified as an author. That's what he says there. Time is
Yep.
an author. The
Yep.
lesson, time is a murderous weapon. So what you do with your time
Yep.
is going to pretty much define you altogether.
Yep.
So don't waste the time. Ren is letting y'all know. So
Yeah.
don't take time for
And
granted.
right. And a murderous weapon also, to me, kind of tells you that like you said, don't take time for granted. But remember, a murderous weapon also, because eventually you run out of time and you die. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? Time is a murderous weapon. There's no immortal people, right? Eventually time will kill you. You never, how they say, Father Time is undefeated. So
Right.
eventually time will, so like it still goes back to what you're saying about do what you will with your time. Don't take it for granted because it is a murderous weapon. Eventually your time will run out.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Time
So
is a murderous weapon. Time to kill you. Eventually, it's gonna kill everybody.
it's gonna kill
Right.
everybody. Time is a murder, and when you think about it, time is the biggest murderer of us all because eventually we all run out of time.
Time.
You know what
Yep.
I mean?
I believe the line
Time
is
is a
time is
curse
the
and a blessing.
ultimate lesson.
Right?
Yep.
It's the
Not
ultimate
the
lesson.
author, the lesson. So
It's the lesson.
time, yeah, time is the lesson. It's not the author. You're the author
You're the author.
of what you do with your time.
Yep.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
So is the ultimate lesson. It's not the author, the lesson,
Lesson.
right? But
It's
you
a
can
murderous
also
weapon.
right. You can
It's
also
the
say that God
curse.
is the author.
Right. It's the
Mhm.
curse and the blessing. Time is confirmed in the eye of the mind. It's confined in the eye of the mind. Yeah. So that's what I'm saying. It's basically what you said about is what do you do with your time, right?
Yeah,
Um, don't take it for granted because time eventually runs out. So
right. I think that basically at the end, I noticed what Ren does most of the time is he's gonna let you in on all the pain and despair, but at the end
hmm.
he's gonna always leave you with a little hope.
Yeah. Yeah.
So when he starts with that, he does an amazing job of, sorry about that. He does an amazing job of leaving you to reflect on what he said and then leave the listeners with a sense of hope amid all the chaos he just caused for 3 minutes, right?
Mm-hmm.
He leaves you with a sense of hope, even though he lets you know about the struggles, the pain, what have you. But if you use your time that you're given,
Mm-hmm.
don't worry about how much time you get. Just use the time that you're given,
Yep.
and it'll be successful. And I
Good
tell you,
stuff.
man, this guy, when you watch and listen to Ren, well, I tell you, you're just like, you know what? It makes me feel like I can just do anything.
Yeah. Well, I mean, because of the fact that look at what he is overcoming, not just, first of all, his sickness, his illness, that he has to fight all the time. And then on top of that, the fact that he's an independent artist
Right.
doing it, doing what a lot of independent artists aren't doing. He's maintaining, he's built up a huge following and fan base, and it's just it's amazing what he's done thus far. So
Right.
quite impressive. So that was
Very
good. I
impressive.
liked it.
I was
I really
very
did.
impressed with this
Another one
song,
in the
man.
bank.
Yep. And y'all let us know, man, down below what y'all think. What is your favorite part of the song? Let me know what y'all thought about our reaction. If we missed something, let us know down below. We're never too old to learn, right? We're still
Mm,
learning about this artist, and the
yeah.
more and more I learn, you know what I mean? Get to talking about him, it doesn't even seem like 25 minutes has passed, but that fast, right? So let us know down below, what do you think we should react to next when it comes to your boy Ren? Shout out to the Renegades around the world and the Clark brothers, Heaven Clark, Wes Clark, signing off. We catch y'all on the next one.
Peace out.